Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. So today we're outside, as you can see. I wanted the environment to match the topic. So, what better time to talk about mental health, everyone's favorite subject. So, if you've been on the productivity side of any app, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, even YouTube, you may have seen a lot of videos like how to improve your discipline, how to improve your, willpower or anything like that. And a lot of the content is the same, it's just packaged in a different way, in my opinion, in how I have viewed things in my little experience. So I just wanted to talk about a few things which I think people don't talk about enough, but I've seen them make a big change in my life. And so maybe if you wanna try them, yeah. So number one is rewards. Life is really hard, as we all know by now. Life is really hard, and you have to find ways to make it easier on yourself, or at least make it enjoyable on the ride. So it can seem like such a simple thing, or something that isn't easily implementable, but it sounds easy in principle, and that's what I've encountered as well. So I feel like the key to effectively adding rewards to your life, or creating a healthy reward system with yourself, is to make certain things a luxury. So what I'm talking about is, let's say your guilty pleasure is watching The Office like for 2 hours a day, and you do that every day. If you watch The Office for 2 hours a day every single day, it won't be a reward for you if you say, oh, I'm gonna watch The Office after I finish my work. It won't be a reward for you because you do it anytime, you do it every time, either way. So the key to making rewards or creating that balance is to create boundaries with these things, whether it's eating out, like watching TV shows, making a cake or other sweet desserts or stuff like that. You have to create a place where you look forward to these things, as opposed to these things are completely part of your routine. And I found that that's what has helped me look forward to these things. Another thing about rewards is that there are two types of rewards, I believe. Like, there's non-monetary rewards and there's monetary rewards. So obviously you have to assess it based on your financial situation. You can't be rewarding yourself with a shopping spree every week if you don't have the facilities. So I think that's important, because there's a lot of non-monetary rewards you can implement in your life. I just talked about one, which is TV shows, or like cooking yourself a meal with ingredients which are not as expensive as eating out, stuff like that. Like, there's also like relational rewards, in which you can allow yourself to spend more time with friends than you usually do, or stuff like that. I think having this thing to look forward to makes life just that bit easier, and it also keeps you motivated a bit more than beating yourself up or constantly like trying to be this better version. Number two is dancing, stretching, walking, basically any form of movement that is not directly attached to a certain image or a certain goal body, if that's the word. So what I mean is, like, I love going to the gym, I love lifting weights, I love feeling stronger, building muscle, but a lot of that if I'm very, very honest with myself, is based on the desire to have a better body, or a better like self-image, or build my self-esteem. So I feel like implementing other forms of movement which are exclusively expressive, or building on like motor skills or other skills that are not directly related to your image, are so important. I found that dancing for me has really helped me like my body more and move it in a way that is beautiful and majestic. And I also dance a lot to African music, so it really has helped me feel closer to home and feel closer to my country. And yeah, stretching as well, becoming more flexible, that's something that has little to do with how you look and more of what type of mastery you have over your body. And so having such movements in your routine could really help you change your mindset from exercising to look a certain way to exercising to feel a certain way. Number 3 is what I like to call external journaling. This is more common than I make it out to be, but it's still something that isn't really talked about a lot, because a lot of the journaling I see promoted is usually like introspective, so thinking your thoughts and just like writing that down, or like when you're in the midst of an emotional situation, writing that down, trying to work out your feelings, and it's just coming from the inside. And that's well and good. I already covered that in the essentials part of my video in the beginning, but for this section I want to talk about what the external journaling can do for you. So getting inspiration from other people and other places and synthesizing it to become your own. So this is something that my friend Stacey Amenya, shout out to you, put me on in high school. So we used to like have small journals, and when we would go for holiday, either way, because we were in boarding school, 844, and when we went home, we would like go on Pinterest and like write our favorite quotes, write our favorite song lyrics, and doodle around them, make them look pretty. And that really helped. Like, if you've been through 844, like the Kenyan 844 system, you know how hard it is. You know what toll it can take on your mental health. So having something like that and having someone to do it with, like, it made a lot of things so much better, because you're taking stuff from the external world, taking stuff from like God's creation, from people's art, and you're connecting it to who you are or who you want to be, which is so important in helping your mindset and getting you out of your head sometimes, because you can't always be journaling how you're feeling. Like, sometimes you need a break, and that's okay. Lastly, I think what has helped me a lot is spending time with people. So yes, you can spend time with your friends and your family, but it's important to spend time with strangers, like a lot. So what triggered this for me was when I was listening to this podcast. It's called The Happiness Lab. It's by a psychology professor, and she was talking about how like things have the reason our mental health as a generation are so bad is because we have limited interactions with strangers as opposed to like other generations. So when it comes to other generations, they would go to the bank and like they would see a teller. If they had to withdraw or deposit or anything, they would see a teller. They would have to make long lines, but they would like go say hi to the teller, give the teller their information, the money, give them the money and stuff like that. And it was a short interaction, but such things were important to keeping you grounded, keeping you aware that you're not living in isolation, you're living in community. But with this generation, that's not the case. Like, we are constantly doing stuff on our own. Everything is automated now. You don't need to see. You can build a whole business in your room and you wouldn't have to hire anyone. Like, you wouldn't have to do anything. You can work from home and never see a human being for 2 or more weeks. What I have done personally is I have committed to volunteering around and also serving at church. So I'm constantly meeting strangers and meeting new people and interacting with people who, quite honestly, I may never see again. But it's just grounding me in that way. It's helping me continuously remember that I'm not alone, and there are so many people with so many different stories. And so I would recommend getting into a position where you can meet a lot of strangers. Even if you're not in such a position, just talk to strangers. Basically, that's what I'm telling you. Advice from me to you: talk to strangers. And yeah, I really want to thank you for the feedback and the support you all gave me on my first video. Like, I appreciate that so much, and I don't take it for granted, because I worked hard, or I want to say I tried a lot to make the video as informative as possible. So to see that it helped you or it achieved its purpose is a blessing to me, and I hope I can continue to do that. Yeah, but I will see you in the next video. And yeah, let me know what you want to see. Let me know what types of videos you'd like to see, if you want me to expound on anything I have talked about in this video. But yeah, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and I'll see you next week.